First up, all the updates from the Paris Olympics. It's not good news for India. In a big blow to India's medal hopes, star wrestler Vinesh Phogat has been disqualified. She was disqualified on Wednesday from the Paris Olympics after she was found overweight ahead of the women's 50 kilogram the category of the final match. Vinesh became the first Indian woman wrestler to reach the gold medal bout in the event on Tuesday. A statement issued by the Indian Olympic contingent said that Phogat had tipped the scales above the 50 kilogram mark and was disqualified. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi reacted to the latest development and posted on social media, and I quote, "Vinesh, you are a champion among champions. You are India's pride and an inspiration for each and every Indian. Today's setback hurts. I wish words could express the sense of despair that I'm experiencing. At the same time, I know that you epitomize resilience. It has always been your nature to take challenges head on. Come back stronger. We are all rooting for you." Meanwhile, Prime Minister spoke to the President of the Indian Olympic Association, PT Usha, and sought first-hand information on the issue. He also inquired about the options India has in the wake of Vinesh's setback. He asked her to explore the full range of options to help Vinesh's case. He also urged PT Usha to file a strong protest regarding her disqualification if that helps Vinesh. And it is disappointing not just for the Prime Minister, though as the head of the country he spoke to PT Usha and expressed his sentiments, but it is something which is despair for most Indians who were following Vinesh closely. And my colleague Narayan Singh joins us for more on from Paris. Narayan, quite a heartbreak there. Here where I am in the country, the people that I speak to, fellow citizens, huge disappointment here. What are the fans saying in Paris? Is the mood similar there?
Definitely, it is one of the most heartbreaking news that for not only here in Paris, but all over India, where more than 1 billion people are expecting a medal from Vinesh. She was there in the gold medal bout. The first time a women wrestler was there to be in the finals of a wrestling event at the Olympics. But things were, we can say that, very disappointing, considering the fact that she has been disqualified by the UWW, the United World Wrestling, the world body which governs the competitions of the wrestling in Olympics, every mega events. So we can say that it's not for a fans, for the athlete too, for Vinesh. She had a golden opportunity to create history here. She was dominating all the matches right from the pre-quarterfinals, where she defeated the Japanese opponent who was unbeaten. The Japanese opponent had a unbeaten streak of 82 matches. In her 82 international matches, she never faced a defeat, but it was Vinesh Phogat who defeated her and showed that why she has a different class in wrestling. And also that Japanese opponent was 4-time world champion and also the gold medalist in the Tokyo Olympics. And she never gave a point to her opponent in the Tokyo Olympics too. So this shows that this was the win against the Japanese wrestler in the pre-quarter final was Vinesh's a big win and a shift in the change in guard in the world wrestling, because defeating her was like a impossible thing and unimaginable thing in the world of wrestling. Vinesh achieved that feat in that match, but after that in the next rounds, in the quarterfinals and semi-final, she continued that form there also and won and booked her berth in the gold medal match, which was to happen today in the evening. But we can say that it is most unfortunate thing that happened. She actually,
absolutely,
because already.
Absolutely, Narayan, but the Prime Minister spoke with PT Usha. He told her file a strong protest regarding her disqualification. Has the Indian Olympics Association filed that protest? Has the Indian Olympic team filed a protest? And generally in such cases, what happens?
Definitely. Already they have filed a protest to the United World Wrestling Body, and the Usha is also talking to the, we can say that the IOC too, because the IOC organizes the games, and they can also convey the message to the governing body, United World Wrestling, that whatever happened, but we know that rules are there, that there are the competition is organized over 2 days. First day where the weight is taken, and if any wrestler is found to exceed the weight in which she or he playing,
no,
and if exceeds,
Narayan, you are saying that the weight is taken 2 days before the bout, is it? But the bout is tonight.
No, the weight is taken 2 days, in the period of 2 days, but just before the fight, when they are entering the pre-quarterfinals, when they are playing their first match. And after that, the wrestlers who won their matches and who are in the repechage and who are in the finals of the tournament, their weight is taken again. And in that, both the weights before the match and after they are entered in the repechage round or in the finals, their weight is taken again. So both the times, whether it is before the tournament, before their first round match, and after they are entering to the next round, that is finals of the repechage, the weight of the wrestler is taken again. So on both the occasions, that should be optimal weight.
Okay. You know, because the weight, her weight, overweight is said to be just a few grams, 100 odd grams. So is there a allowance of some kind of a play in the rules, or is it strictly that it has to be, it can't be 50.001? If it is that, if it is so, you'll be disqualified, or is there a play, is there a chance of a review? Is there any chance of that?
There is if a player and a wrestler is doing it in boxing or in wrestling, if he or she is weighing, we can say that 20 grams, 40 odd grams or 100 odd grams with a period of around half an hour is given to him or her, so that through the various techniques, by sweating out, she can or he can just bring that weight to the optimal levels. And in that scenario, if we, as you mentioned about the 5 gram, 10 gram, in that period, it can be done. 5 gram, 10 gram through sweating, through running, whatever the process they have, they can bring the 5 gram, 10 gram, 15 grams to that level within half hour or 40 minutes. But reducing the 150 grams to that level within a span of that half an hour, I think it's difficult. And Vinesh tried everything, got dehydrated, and then why she was there in the hospital because of the dehydration too.
Okay, so you're saying that she weighed 150 grams over. Is that what you're confirming with us? Okay.
Yeah.
And then you're also confirming that she was given that opportunity to reduce that, but that did not come down within that half-hour period.
Definitely, it is the chance given to every wrestler in the contact sports, but bringing within a half hour,
150 grams down is not possible. Okay, now you say Vinesh got dehydrated, she had to be taken to the hospital. How's her condition now? Has anybody amongst you, the sports journalist covering it there, been able to speak to either her or you know, her team members?
Definitely, we inquired about her health regarding the chef de mission Gagan Narang. He confirmed that now she's stable, and because of the dehydration, hopefully she tried to get to the optimal level of the weight. So there have been the less intakes of water. Already we know that she fought 3 tremendous bouts yesterday, and we know that what it takes to any wrestler, any athlete to play 3 continuous bouts, and again just not taking water to be there at the optimal weight level. Definitely, so she got dehydrated, and now she's stable. As we contacted to the chef de mission Gagan Narang, he told us that she is now stable now.
Okay, Narayan, I know it's a moment of disappointment for the entire nation. So I don't wish to be rude at this hour, but you the question begets that what were her team managers, her support staff team, such a huge contingent of the support staff that we've sent to the Paris Olympics, what were they doing? How come things came to such a pass that wasn't her weight monitored before she went in?
Amrit, we have to understand the nitty-gritties of this thing. Actually,
Okay.
what is her weight category? Actually, she in the past she played in the 53 kg weight category,
Right.
and we know that. And that weight category is taken by the Antim Pangal, the young wrestler. So there was a trial to happen for the 53 kg weight category, but that didn't happen. So at that time, at that point of time, her weight was around 57 and 58 kg. I'm talking about Vinesh Phogat. And if she would have preferred for the 58, 59, or she would have played in the 60 kg, then she would have faced stronger opponents in the Olympics. Definitely, it was a Herculean task for her, or a wrestler who is playing at the 53 kg category, and suddenly she goes to the 16 kg or 58 kg. It's very difficult. So she opted for a different option here. She came to the 50 kg category. And we know that her natural weight, body weight is around 58 kg, and shedding that 8 kilograms to 50, it's a Herculean task for any athlete, considering the fact that her natural body weight is 58 kg category. And she is playing in 50. And if you talk about maintaining that 50 kg weight after playing 3 tremendous bouts, she must have taken something, some food, some water. And you know that if 150 grams is nothing, however, if you take a food, any person taking a small meal, his weight grows by 250 grams. So we can say that it was at that point of time, the emotions were very high. We know that she created history by defeating a boxer. Nobody could have imagined that the Vinesh could beat her. A world #1 boxer, 4-time world champion, who had an unbeaten streak of 82 matches. So you imagine how big was that occasion.
Okay. Narayan, just stay on. The President of India has just tweeted. You stay on for a moment. I'll come back to you. If I can have the tweet of the President of India, who is currently on a 3-nation tour abroad. She says, President Draupadi Murmu says, Vinesh Phogat's extraordinary feats at the Paris Olympics have thrilled every Indian and done the country proud. While we all share her disappointment at the disqualification, she remains a champion in the hearts of 1.4 billion people. Vinesh embodies the true, indefatigable spirit of Indian women, and her epic fortitude and resilience are already inspiring future world champions from India. I wish her many laurels in the future. So this is what President of India, Draupadi Murmu, has tweeted, saying that she remains a champion for it, almost echoing the Prime Minister's sentiment. It's a sentiment which is shared across the nation today. The nation, of course, is disappointed, but these kind of things, what do? You have to deal with them with fortitude. Okay, so Narayan, we were getting into the nitty-gritties of it. In hindsight, given her body mass, given her natural body weight, was it a good decision to go into and compete in the 50 kilogram category? I know all this is wisdom at hindsight, I add that caveat, but just to analyze this, was it a good decision?
Amrit, as you mentioned that already that she was playing in the 53 kg category, which was already Antim Pangal was playing that, and if she would have increased her weight, definitely it was going to be a more tougher task for Vinesh here, because in the next weight category, definitely she would have got very, very strong contenders. She was already playing in the 53 kg category. So we can say that these are the part and parcel of the game. Sometimes it happens, but her decision to be there in the 50 kg category, we can say that it was good. The way she defeated the world #1 and the Olympic champion and the 4-time world wrestling champion. But this unfortunate incident happened. We can say that here, we can say that cautious the whole team could be there. If it's all about the 150 grams, if there were more, I can say that somewhat aware of the situation, because it was a big day for the Vinesh yesterday. The campaign she started at the wrestling arena, nobody would have imagined there was a full enthusiasm in the Indian camp. And already I mentioned that playing the 3 bouts, we know that how much it takes to a player. In
Right.
that case, even she is taking a bit of water, half-liter of water. Definitely, it has increased her
Right.
weight. So we can't blame her.
Okay, all right. Narayan, stay on. I'm joined also by Rakesh Rao, senior sports journalist. Rakesh, let me ask you the same question that I was asking my colleague Narayan. Uh, Her natural body weight, she used to play in the 53 kilogram category. In hindsight, was it a good decision for her to go into the 50 kilogram category and play there?
Well, it was a very thought out call, and that was a good one, I thought, because if you have already had the experience of a higher weight category, everybody would like to reduce and fight against somebody who's not used to a higher, kind of a higher weight, like opponents. But here, with the advantage of hindsight, of course, we can just go and analyze it. But I would still say that it was a very wise call. And we are talking about all this for the simple reason because she couldn't reduce, another 100, 150 grams.
No, but then the risk
Let
remains.
me tell you.
But Rakesh, the risk.
No. It wasn't the risk part of it. I think we need to understand this. I think most
Okay.
of us are becoming very emotional about it.
Okay.
Let's keep the emotions out of it. Let's look at the facts. The facts stand that look, if you have a 2-day event, this was the first time in Olympics where every wrestling bout, every weight category, you had the final on the following day. That means it started on day 1, it ended on day 2. Here, as a result of that, you had 2 weigh-ins. One is of a 1R1, which is on day 1. And after that, when she confirmed to the weight that, okay, she had that, that 50 kg, she was allowed to take part like any other. And then she took part in 3. Now that means she was not weighed in. And if, once the weigh-in is done before the first bout, then you are not weighed in again for the next or the third bout. But the following day, there is a 15-minute, weighing period. Why I'm mentioning this 1 hour and 15 minutes is, on day 1, if you are overweight when you walk in and you're weighed a little more than 50, you're allowed that 1 hour. So you can go to sauna, you can get your hair cut, you can draw some blood out if the need be, but get inside that 50 kg category. The same thing is all you are also allowed to do the following day, but you have only 15 minutes to do so. So once it was clear last evening that she had almost gained 2 kgs, let's be fair to her, she must have gone in for the weigh-in, the first weigh-in yesterday morning, without much intake. There she had to fight 3 bouts. Obviously, she must have taken, energy bars and whatever, all the protein, intakes. Because you can't take too much of water because that is not advisable. So fluids are out. So you take something solid, and then she had to fight 3 bouts and she fought brilliantly. Now, after the end of the 3rd bout, it was quite clear that she had gained weight. It was found that she had gained around 2 kgs till last evening. So she went around, she started skipping, she started, she was put into sauna, and then, of course, no water for you again. And right through the night, till this morning, she must have been weighed 50 times. They must have been checking her weight every hour.
Okay.
She didn't sleep, obviously. Now, she did her bit. Now, this is a normal drill. If you recall, even during the Olympic qualification tournament, she was in danger of missing the last day because she thought she could be overweight. She just about managed to stay within that. Yesterday, her body didn't comply. It didn't quite respond the way she thought it would. And 2 kg, she could reduce 1 kg, 850 grams. She was still found more by 150. Now, Indians were still saying, give us some more time. See, rules are not logical. Me and you can become emotional. Rules are not emotional. I mean, you can't weigh them, you can't question them. So the moment you say 150 is more, the matter ends there. You can go on appealing. You can take it up firmly. You can find fault with the system.
I buy
but then
that.
if you're Antim Pangal,
I buy that, Rakesh. I am not even getting emotional here. I'm just trying to understand as a layman. I'm not a sports journalist or a sports anchor. I'm just trying to understand from somebody who's covered sports for a very long time and who understands these issues much more than I do. Why I asked that question, was it a wise decision that when you are right at the brink of it, now these things happen, you take, your body doesn't respond, is it worth the risk? Wouldn't it be better, looking at it in hindsight, play in a higher category?
There the challenge is more. You look at the prospects of winning more than anything else. Here, it was very clear that the moment you reduce, see, Vijendra tried to do that. He realized he couldn't. Then he went to the higher weight category by adding to his weight. If you see his career, he started with one consistently, but he finished one category higher. That is because you think that you have become stronger, your poundage is superior, and you can take on, like all those new guys, because these guys in your weight category, they know your style, and you are no longer beating them. So you try to do that. So there is a lot of these ways and means of doing it. The bottom line again is to win. So when you come down a weight category, obviously you are more skilled and you have the strength with you, although the weight shown is reduced. Because what you do here is, as I said, that you need to ensure that during the weigh-in, you are under that weight. Because when you go in, once on the mat, you are definitely 1 kg or 1.5 kgs more, because you have had your intake.
Right.
And between bouts also, you take these energy bars and all, which add to your weight. So this is a process which every wrestler knows, every coach knows, every dietitian knows. Yesterday, for some reason, it didn't quite work. The body didn't respond, as I said. This is all because we are getting all secondhand information here. We haven't spoken to the right people there, but the indications are that they were quite confident that they would reduce. They did have a kind of a apprehension whether they would be able to do it or not, but I think they must have given it all. From the last bout yesterday till weigh-in, Indians must have done everything within their reach, because sometimes you even draw blood to make sure that even that 100 grams, 150 grams is taken care of. But in this case, they must have tried everything. That's why she had to be hospitalized, maybe because she's so badly dehydrated. And more than the physical part of it is the mental agony which she has to suffer, and she has to live with it. It's not easy. So spare a thought for the girl, because if we are feeling so devastated, we are also distraught. Just spare a thought for the girl. I mean, she must have been,
absolutely.
One can
completely imagine what she would be going through. And this is what both the Prime Minister and the President in their tweets have said. You still remain a champion in our hearts. For the 1.4 billion of us, you remain a champion. These things happen.